Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. If there's one thing The Bold and the Beautiful has always delivered, it's drama with a capital D. But fans this week aren't swooning over Ridge Forrester's love life. They're roasting it. After yet another emotional flip-flop, Ridge has managed to pull off what may go down as the least romantic proposal in soap opera history, trading fiancés in the span of a single day. Social media exploded with outrage, memes, and plenty of sarcastic clapping emojis. To many longtime viewers, Ridge's behavior felt less like passionate love and more like a man shopping for shoes, trying one on in the morning and exchanging it by evening for a different pair. The whiplash of Ridge's heart. The drama began with Ridge's classic indecisiveness. One moment, he was passionately pledging his heart to one woman, making grand declarations that she was his future. But just hours later, he pivoted, sliding a ring onto another finger as though the first promise had never existed. Fans who've stuck with Ridge for decades know his heart is like a revolving door, swinging between Brooke Logan and Taylor Hayes. But this latest stunt felt like a parody of itself. Soap audiences are forgiving of wild plot twists. After all, this is the same show that's featured surprise resurrections, secret twins, and memory-altering drugs. But even for Ridge, the speed at which he swapped fiancés was jaw-dropping. Can someone please tell me if Ridge thinks engagements come with a return policy? One fan tweeted, while another wrote, "This proposal had all the romance of a grocery list." Brooke Logan, the eternal bride. Brooke, of course, has been the love of Ridge's life more times than anyone can count. She's had enough weddings to rival the British monarchy, and Ridge has been the groom for a staggering number of them. Yet this particular proposal felt hollow, an almost robotic repetition of vows already spoken countless times. Fans pointed out that instead of tender moments, heartfelt speeches, or sweeping romantic gestures, Ridge's latest engagement looked more like a pit stop. Brooke deserves champagne and roses, not a guy who just broke another woman's heart 20 minutes ago, one viewer wrote. It's no secret that Brooke has spent decades forgiving Ridge's wandering affections, but many are questioning whether this time is one too many. Does she really want to accept a proposal that came on the rebound from her own rival? Taylor Hayes, the almost bride. Taylor, meanwhile, is left humiliated once again. Just when it seemed she and Ridge were on solid ground, the rug was pulled out from under her. Soap fans are no strangers to heartbreak, but Taylor's storyline has begun to resemble an endless loop of rejection. In the same breath that Ridge was promising Taylor a future, he was apparently preparing himself to walk away. By the afternoon, she was left without a fiancé, while Brooke was flashing a new engagement ring. The whiplash was not lost on the audience. Some Taylor fans called the move character assassination, arguing that she deserves better than to be the perpetual runner-up in Ridge's love triangle. Others simply sighed, resigning themselves to the fact that the writers seemed to relish putting Taylor through this same cycle. The proposal that fell flat. What made this engagement particularly hard to swallow for viewers wasn't just Ridge's indecisiveness, it was the utter lack of romance. Soap operas are supposed to deliver sweeping declarations, teary confessions, and unforgettable moments. Instead, Ridge's proposal felt more like an afterthought. No candlelight, no surprises, no build-up. Just a recycled promise spoken by a man who had been whispering the same lines to another woman mere hours before. This was the least romantic proposal in history, one fan posted. It looked like Ridge was ordering takeout, not proposing marriage. Others joked that Ridge should have just kept both engagement rings in his pocket and rotated them depending on which woman he was talking to that day. Social media backlash. The fan reaction has been nothing short of brutal. Twitter, Facebook groups, and soap forums lit up with complaints. Memes circulated of Ridge holding two rings with the caption, "Why not both?" One popular thread titled, "Ridge's Engagement Speedrun" broke down the timeline of his proposals, complete with sarcastic commentary. Even longtime Ridge defenders found themselves wavering. "I've rooted for him since the beginning, but this was embarrassing," one fan confessed. Another chimed in, "At this point, Ridge should just marry himself since he clearly can't decide." A legacy of flip-flopping. To be fair, Ridge's indecision is part of what has kept the bold and the beautiful alive for decades. His tug-of-war between Brooke and Taylor is one of soap history's longest-running love triangles. But fans argue that what was once compelling drama has turned into a tired rerun. Every time Ridge swings back to Brooke, he promises that this time will be forever. Every time he leans toward Taylor, he insists she's the woman he was meant to be with. And every time the pendulum eventually swings back the other way. This cycle, once exciting, is now leaving viewers jaded. Many are begging the writers to finally give Ridge a storyline that doesn't involve trading brides like baseball cards. Where does this leave the story? Despite the backlash, this storyline does set the stage for major fallout. Taylor's humiliation could push her to reinvent herself, moving away from Ridge's orbit entirely. Brooke, meanwhile, may bask in her victory for now, but fans doubt this engagement will last any longer than the ones before it. And Ridge? Well, he's Ridge. Chances are he'll eventually second-guess his decision, sparking another round of heartbreak and betrayal. The question is whether fans still have the patience to watch the cycle repeat. The bigger picture. What this moment really highlights is the fine line soaps must walk between tradition and innovation. Viewers love familiar tropes, but they also crave growth. Ridge's romantic ping-ponging was once juicy drama. Now it risks alienating the very audience that has stayed loyal for decades. For many fans, the least romantic proposal ever wasn't just about the lack of flowers or candlelight. It symbolized years of stagnation. They want to see Brooke and Taylor valued beyond Ridge's indecision. They want to see Ridge prove he's capable of more than breaking hearts. Final thoughts. Ridge's same-day fiancé swap may go down as one of the most cringeworthy moments in the bold and the beautiful history. Instead of sweeping fans off their feet, the proposal left them rolling their eyes. The lack of romance, the recycled dialogue, and the cruel treatment of Taylor all combined into a storyline that fans didn't buy. At its best, The Bold and the Beautiful is a show about passion, family, and the kind of love that defies the odds. But this week, Ridge reminded viewers of its worst habit, circling the same love triangle without ever moving forward. If Ridge's latest proposal proves anything, it's that fans have had enough of quickie engagements and hollow promises. Until Ridge finally chooses a direction and sticks with it, the most romantic thing he could do might just be staying single.